bit of curriculum designing will come from you. Let us say you design a course which requires 100 hours of teaching. We expect 90 hours of that at least to be delivered by your people, your professionals, your training managers, your supervisors. They have to actually come to the skill university and take classes for at least 90% of the syllabus. You also will play a role in deciding which students to include in that course. Would you like to conduct some interviews? Will it be based on some 10th class or 12th class marks, or whichever way you want to decide to select the students? That option is given to you. When I said that let us say there is a course of 100 hours, we would expect majority of that delivery to be experience-based, practice-based. We would least expect the instructor to touch the blackboard and explain anything there. Everything should be demonstrated using if you have a factory or an area of operations where students can be taken for that demonstration, that is how it will work. If you don't have anything in or around Hyderabad, we'll request you to set up a lab in our skills university. As Honorable Chief Minister pointed out, in 60 acres, its campus construction is going on, and possibly by June or July of this year itself, the entire campus will be ready. It's almost 4 lakh square feet of built up space in that campus. And finally, if after the students complete the course, as many of them as you require for your own companies, please place them, and the rest of them will go to the industry. So this is a very unique model which Honorable CM has designed, and as he mentioned, it has now been handed over to the industry stalwarts to run. Already 6 short courses have started, including in pharma, logistics, and a few other disciplines. And from this academic year onwards, which is here 4 months later, we'll be running multiple diploma courses, degree courses. We have identified 20 verticals in which these courses will be run. So would request all of you, if you really feel that there is a skill gap and no one is really addressing that, Telangana has shown the way on how it can be done. And please come forward and partner with us. Thank you.
Jayesh, you missed one point regarding corpus fund. Why don't you mention for corpus fund? Actually, yes, we wanted to create a corpus fund where they can avail that funds. They need not to depend on the government. Government is going to create an infrastructure. So actually, we are focusing on corpus fund. Almost we have received near about 400 crores. Yes. So two more 100 crores we wanted to create, and we wanted to give 600 crores to that university. Whenever they request funds, they need not to depend on the government. They need not to request to the government to release funds. So we wanted to create a corpus fund to 500 to 600 crores to that university. But the board can decide the funds are how to utilize, where to utilize. It is nothing to do with government. So all this entire India is here. तो हैदराबाद के लिए स्किल यूनिवर्सिटी के लिए आप लोग दिल खोल के अब मदद कर सकते हैं. Thank you.
Honorable Chief Minister and Jayashri, I think this discussion has been even more energizing, and we can see the passion for skilling and education, which is so fundamental to taking advantage of India's demography. And I thought at this juncture I'll just mention that even CII, we have very strong verticals in education and skilling, and there's a lot of work we do, and we would be happy to come and engage on that. And also we have some very eminent leaders in the education sector here, just to Atul Chauhan from MET and Nandini from PhD Coimbatore, just for your information. And now I'll request Naren for his...
Thank you, Mr. Chief Minister. I think I'll go to the theme on sustainability, which is really commendable. So I think one area which you talked about is mobility, and normally that's where most people start. The other is the energy sector, greening. But I think I talk on behalf of the process industry. And I think globally, process industry, the transition is even more complex because you have to make investments based on the policies. So I think Europe has done a good job of that, and I would urge that the state should look at how do you transition process industry in Telangana to a greener future, which means having a long-term policy roadmap for process industry and infrastructure roadmap. Even the grid needs